Hey guys, welcome back to the biggest agricultural platform in Namibia known as Nduna Wengombe, which means headman of cattle. I had a subscriber come through and tell me, Mitchell, the wheat video was cool, but the reading was terrible. I just had to tell that subscriber that, listen, I did that video at 2 a.m., so I was tired, so forgive me. I apologize to everybody. I'm sure he might not have been the only one who didn't feel that I didn't do justice to that video. I apologize. I was just very tired. So today, as you guys know, it's a Monday, so this video is gonna be probably up tomorrow, which will be on the 5th of April 2022. I'm gonna talk about bull breeding and selection for profitable beef production. This information is proudly brought to you by Farmers Weekly. They interviewed a Simbra breeder, They interviewed a Simbra breeder by the name of Mr. Ricky Dell of R2K Simbras in South Africa. So this was an article that he did with Farmers Weekly. You guys can probably go check it online on their website, or probably if you can find the article or the issue, but just check it online. I'm sure it's compiled on there because I got this offline. So bull breeding and selection for profitable beef production. A high conception rate should be the most, let me just put this properly, should be the most important consideration in any herd management system, which is why bull selection is important. The right bull is the one with the genetic ability to produce good quality calves. Such a bull forms the genetic and economic foundation of a herd. It is illogic to use just any old bull, as the bull is the proverbial goose that lays the golden egg. This is what Mr. Ricky Dell said, who runs the R2K Simbra stud near Flicksburg in Eastern Free State with his wife. Dell stresses the importance of breeding season in cattle management. Removing bulls from the cow herd once the breeding season has concluded creates an opportunity for producers to test the bulls' fertility and test for sexual transmitted diseases. This also opens a window for vaccination and treatment against parasites. Most importantly, though, the bulls are given a chance to rest and gain condition for the coming breeding season. A bull in good condition before the breeding season starts is an asset in any herd. In contrast, a bull that is too fat usually struggles to keep up and could in the long run cause the producer to lose money. Dell says it is essential to keep track of bulls' behavior during the breeding season, as this is a vital management tool that allows the producer to pick up problems and take the right action at the right time. Merely chasing the bull or bulls in with the cows without regular observation is a mistake that can cost a farmer a lot of money in the long run. The economic realities of beef production are such that substandard or poorly performing bulls simply cannot be allowed into a herd. More than one bull works better. This is now in his herd. He keeps more than one breeding bull. Dell advises that the use of multi-seers in herds. Firstly, in case of big camps, more than one watering point, cows tend to break up into smaller groups, making it difficult for a single bull to get around to all of them every day. Secondly, there is danger of a single bull falling ill and failing to service the cows, which obviously reduces the calving numbers. Multi-searing proves a backup and doubles or triples the chances of conception. Dell adds, it is advisable to put an older bull with a younger one, as it creates a clear pecking order and results in less fighting. Bulls should be put to the correct number of cows. Dell recommends between 20 to 24 cows for a bull younger than 24 months and 25 to 35 cows for an older bull, depending on its age and condition. Too few or too many cows per bull do not make for good business. Having too many cows can cause injuries or infertility in young bulls if they are overworked or worked intensively. Top performers. Dell focuses on breeding top-performing Simbra bulls that excel on the veld or on the grazing, under farming condition, and meet the requirements of the commercial breeder. He therefore breeds hardy bulls with strong muscling, characteristics well-shaped scrotums, a muscular head with strong eyebrow ridges is extremely important. These characteristics are indicative of high libido and the ability and desire to mount a cow, traits that will, in the long run, add tangible value to a herd in terms of rands and cents. Bulls should have attitude and not aggression, and good walking ability. So bulls should have attitude, not aggression, and good walking ability. Fertility and structure. Fertility, productivity, and structure soundness should form the cornerstone of a breeding herd. Fertility is a repeatable trait, which is why prospective bull buyers would be wise to include all registered bulls with proven and verified estimated breeding values, EBVs. So he says, learn how to read the EBVs or study the EBVs before you select a bull. This is why when you call a cattle farmer and you ask him whether it's a Brahman, Simbra, whatever breed of cattle it is, or even goat, and you ask him about a particular goat and he gives you the ID. Some breed societies have websites where you can be able to take the ID of the animal, type it in, and it would give you the animal's information, the pedigree, the estimated breeding values, its numbers, its figures, and its semen grading and so forth. So this is something that you can look at. Then Mr. Dell, the Simbra, the owner of R2K Simbras in South Africa, says, fertility of a bull's dam, and even grand dam, is utmost value for long-term sustainability of any cattle herd. The same goes for milk production. A dam that yields a high volume of milk can drop and raise a calf annually, even under extensive and taxing conditions. The ideal cow for any cattle farming business should show feminine characteristics. She has a wedged shape appearance from the side with deep hindquarters, fleshed out, not muscled, and a lean hump and neck. So she must look feminine. So that is his way of selecting bulls, and what he does when he's selecting bulls is he mentioned that a young bull at the age of 24 months, 20 to 24 cows, that's good for it. A matured bull, 25 to 35 cows, depending on its age and condition, that's good for it. He also says that it's better to have 2 bulls in your herd. I know with stud breeding, it would be a bit difficult, particularly with stud breeding, if you're running 2 different bloodlines, and you're trying to chase a particular bloodline. But Mr. Dell uses technology such as DNA testing. He does take hair samples of his bulls and hair samples of his calves. Maybe I read somewhere he trims some of the swish of the tail of some of his bulls and some of his calves, and then he sends them to a DNA testing lab so they can be able to identify who the father is. So they do a parental test. They do a a DNA test to prove who's the father of the animal. So he does that. When you're running a stud breeding business, that would be, you could focus on technology. When you're running a commercial business, hey, unless you put two bulls, maybe let's say in this case two Simbras, but different color. Maybe one is red and white, then the other one is maybe, let's say, gold, or is maybe a light brown with white colors, so far, or just completely brown. Maybe then you could, when their offsprings are born, you can be able to differentiate them. But if both of your bulls look the same, both Simbras, let's say brown and both have white faces, a white switch on the face, the cows all come out looking like that, you might have to carry out DNA testing to prove who the father is. But he does that. This is why he's able to run two stud seers. He's able to run two bulls because he does DNA testing. He takes samples of his bulls and samples of the calves and sends them to a testing lab where they're able to test and then figure out or point out who the father is or who the seer is. So that's what he does. So that's my information on bull selecting on a profitable business. As he says, try and select bulls that are structurally, which are very good structurally, and also try to focus on bulls that show very good libido, as you want to avoid selecting bulls that could end up taking money out of your pocket, as he said. And also do vaccinate your animals for sexual transmitted diseases. I did make a video talking about sexual transmitted diseases in livestock. I think I'll link it in this video. I'll link it in the description somewhere, so you guys can just have a look at that also. So that's my 2 cents. This is officially video we have done. This will be video 168 videos. So that said, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a very good week. Have yourself a very good week. And from my side to you guys, I just have to say bye for now.